You came to this prayer tonight still hurting. I want you to know something before we go any further. You do not have to explain the pain. You do not have to find the right words for it, or tell me where it started, or how long it has been with you. You do not have to justify why you are still struggling or prove that it is real. Tonight, before sleep, the only thing asked of you is that you be here. And you are here, so we can begin. Some of you know exactly what hurts. You could point to the place in your body. You could name the diagnosis. Others feel it more like a fog, something heavy and nameless that sits on your chest when the house gets quiet. And some of you are carrying both. The body aches and the heart aches, and you are not sure anymore which one is making the other worse. All of it is welcome here. Every version of your pain has a place in this room tonight. Father, I lift this person to you right now, at the very start, before we go any further. You already know what they are carrying. You knew before they pressed play. You knew before they climbed into bed tonight. You knew before they even had the words for it. So I am not going to try to explain their pain to you. I am just going to ask you to sit with them in it. Draw close right now. Closer than the ache. Closer than the worry. Let them feel, even faintly, that they are not doing this alone tonight. Meet them right here, Lord, in this bed, in this room, in this exact moment. Let your presence arrive before my next word does. I wonder if anyone has really asked you lately, not the polite, passing kind of asking, the real kind, the kind where someone sits down, looks at you and says, "How are you actually doing?" Because when you live with pain long enough, people stop asking. They assume you have adjusted. They see you moving through your day, managing, coping, showing up, and they think you must be fine. But you are not fine. You are brave. Those are very different things. And tonight, you do not have to be brave. Lord, I ask you to be the one who asks tonight. Not with words, but with the feeling of being truly seen. Let this person sense, deep in their spirit, that you are looking at them right now the way no one else has looked at them in a very long time, with full attention, with no hurry, with no judgment, just love, sitting down beside them and staying. Let your body settle wherever you are right now. You do not have to fix your posture or find the perfect position. Just let gravity do its work. Let your shoulders fall. Let your hands go open and loose. Let your jaw soften. There is tension living in your face that you have been carrying since this morning, maybe longer. Let it go. Not all of it will leave at once. That is okay. Even a small release matters. Now breathe with me, slow and low. In through your nose, letting your ribs expand gently. And out through your mouth, a little longer than the inhale, like you are breathing out the whole weight of today. One more time. Slowly in and slowly out. Good. There is no hurry here. The night is long and generous, and God is patient. As you settle into this stillness, imagine a warmth beginning at the crown of your head. Not a physical heat, but something gentler than that. A glow. The kind of warmth you feel when someone who loves you places their hand on your head and simply holds it there. Let that warmth move slowly downward, through your temples, behind your eyes where the tiredness lives, along your neck where the knots have been tightening for weeks, into your shoulders, down through your arms, all the way to your fingertips. Wherever it passes, something softens, something lets go. This is not your effort. This is his presence, moving through you the way light moves through a window, without force, without resistance, simply filling what is open. Father, let that warmth go deeper now, past the muscles, past the skin, into the places where pain has made its home, into the joints that ache when the night gets cold, into the nerves that have been sending the wrong signals for too long. Your warmth is not just comfort, Lord. It is repair. It is restoration moving at the speed of love. Let it reach every hidden place in this body that is crying out for relief. I want to tell you something about Jesus that you may have heard before, but I want you to hear it differently tonight. Isaiah wrote that by his wounds we are healed. Most of the time when people read that, they focus on the healing, and rightly so. But tonight I want you to notice the other word, wounds. The healer has scars. The one who reaches toward your pain tonight is not reaching from some untouched, pristine distance. He is reaching from his own experience of suffering. He knows what it feels like when the body fails you. He knows the weight of being misunderstood, abandoned, overwhelmed. He carried sorrow so heavy it made him sweat blood in a garden. And it is those hands, those scarred and knowing hands, that are reaching for you right now. Jesus, I thank you that you are not a distant God. I thank you that your healing does not come from a sterile, untouched place, but from wounds that match ours. You chose scars so that we would never have to wonder whether you understand. You do understand. Every ache this person is feeling tonight, you have felt something like it. So reach for them now with those scarred hands. Let the very place where you were broken become the source of their mending. By your wounds, Lord, by your wounds, let healing begin tonight. Picture it with me. You are lying down just as you are now, tired and sore and done with pretending. And Jesus comes close, not dramatically, not with light blazing and trumpets sounding, quietly. The way someone enters a room where a loved one is sleeping. He kneels beside you. And without saying a word, he places his hand over the place that hurts most. His palm is warm, not with heat, but with something deeper than heat, life. And where his hand rests, something begins to shift. The sharp edge of the pain starts to round. The tightness loosens just slightly. Nothing is forced. Nothing is rushed. He simply stays, and his staying changes things. That is what the great physician does. He does not operate from a distance. He does not hand you a prescription and send you on your way. He draws near. He touches. He remains. And his remaining is itself a kind of medicine that no pharmacy on earth can offer. Father, I thank you for remaining. I thank you that you do not check in and leave. You do not visit and go home. You stay. You are staying right now beside this person, your hands steady and warm and full of life. And I ask you, Lord, that in this staying, something would shift that has not shifted before. A pain that has been constant, let it ease. A symptom that has been relentless, let it quiet. Not because we have earned it, but because you are good and you are here, and that is enough to change everything. There is a verse in Jeremiah where God says, I will restore you to health and heal your wounds. And then he adds something remarkable. He says he will do this specifically because others had dismissed the person, because others had said, nobody cares about you, because the world had written them off. God looked at someone the world had forgotten and said, that is exactly who I am going to heal. Lord, if this person has felt forgotten, if they have felt like their pain does not matter, if they have wondered whether anyone in heaven or on earth even notices what they are going through, let this verse land on them tonight like a personal letter with their name on it. You notice most when others notice least. You move closest when everyone else moves on. Restore them to health, Lord, not because they have been strong enough, but because you have. Imagine now that Jesus, still kneeling beside you, gently lifts his hand and moves it to another place. Not the obvious place, not the part of you that everyone knows about. He moves to the hidden place, the place you have not told anyone about. The part of your body that has been quietly aching, or the part of your story that has been quietly bleeding. He knows where it is. He has always known. And his hand rests there now with the same warmth, the same steadiness, the same unhurried love. You do not have to point him to it. You do not have to explain. He is the great physician. He does not need your chart. He reads the whole of you in a single glance, and nothing he sees makes him pull away. Let me pray for your body now, gently and specifically. Father, you formed this body. Every cell, every nerve, every system that keeps it running, you designed it with such care. And you see what has gone wrong. You see the inflammation and the exhaustion. You see the parts that are not working the way you intended. I ask you tonight, as the one who spoke cells into existence, to speak to them again. Where there is pain, bring relief. Where there is disease, bring restoration. Where there is damage that doctors have said cannot be undone, surprise everyone. You are not limited by medical reports or timelines or probabilities. You are the God who made the body, and you are able to remake what has been broken. Touch this person now. Let something shift tonight that has not shifted before. I pray for the head, Lord, for headaches that have made it hard to think, for the mind that has been foggy with medication or exhaustion or both. Bring clarity, bring relief. I pray for the neck and the back, for muscles that have been locked tight for so long they have forgotten what rest feels like. Release them. I pray for the stomach, for the digestion, for every internal system that has been struggling in silence. Let things begin to work the way you designed them. I pray for bones, for joints, for limbs that ache when the weather changes or when the night grows long. Strengthen what is weak, repair what is worn. And for the parts I have not named, you know them, Lord. Touch everyone. Now imagine his hands moving gently, the way a physician moves during a careful examination, but with something no earthly physician carries. Perfect knowledge, perfect tenderness. He does not need to ask where it hurts. He already knows. He presses gently against the place behind your ribs where the tension gathers. He rests his palm flat against your lower back where the ache has been sitting for months. He places 2 fingers softly on your wrist, not to check your pulse, but to steady it. And everywhere he touches, something remembers. Your body remembers what it felt like before the pain arrived. And that memory is not nostalgia. It is a blueprint. And the great physician is reading it and rebuilding from it, one touch at a time. Now I want to speak to a different kind of pain, because not everything that hurts has a location in the body. Some of you are physically fine, or at least well enough, but your heart is in pieces. Something happened. Maybe recently, maybe long ago, a relationship that shattered. A betrayal you never saw coming. A loss that carved something out of you and left an empty space that nothing else has been able to fill. And the wound is invisible, which makes it lonelier, because people look at you and see someone who is whole, and you know you are not. Psalm 147 says he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Binding a wound is slow, careful work. It means someone is close enough to see the damage, gentle enough to touch it without making it worse, and committed enough to stay until the wrapping is done. Father, I pray for the brokenhearted tonight. Not the dramatically brokenhearted, the people who are still in the first shock of grief. I pray for the quietly brokenhearted, the ones who broke a long time ago and have learned to walk around with the pieces rearranged just well enough to fool everyone. You are not fooled, Lord. You see the fractures they have hidden. You see the sadness they have swallowed. Come close to them now and begin the binding. Wrap every wound with the kind of tenderness that makes them safe enough to finally stop pretending. So here is another picture for you. Imagine your heart as something you could hold in your hands. It does not look the way it once did. There are cracks running through it, places where trust broke, places where grief wore it thin, places where someone's cruelty left marks you did not ask for. And Jesus takes it, not from you. You hand it to him, and he holds it the way you would hold something precious and fragile. He turns it slowly, seeing every fracture, every weak spot, every scar. And then he begins to do something only he can do. He mends. Not by erasing the history, not by making you forget, but by filling the cracks with something stronger than what was there before. Gold, if you like. Grace. The kind of repair that makes the broken places not shameful but beautiful. Jesus, I ask you to do that mending right now. For every crack in this person's heart, pour in your grace. For every place where trust was shattered, rebuild it with something that cannot be shattered again. For every scar left by someone else's cruelty, lay your hand over it and speak your word of worth over it. You are not damaged goods. You are not beyond repair. You are a masterpiece under renovation, and the artist has never once abandoned a canvas he started. Lord, let this person feel your hands on their heart right now, gentle, steady, unrushed, remaking what was broken into something the world has never seen before. That is happening in you, whether you can feel it tonight or not. Healing does not always announce itself. Sometimes it works the way roots work in winter, deep underground, invisible, but absolutely alive. I want to talk to those of you now who are wrestling with something specific, the fear that comes with waiting. You have been praying for healing, and it has not come the way you hoped. Not yet. And every day that passes without change makes the fear a little louder. What if this is permanent? What if God said no and I missed it? What if my faith is not enough? Those questions sit in your chest like stones, and they are so heavy, and I am sorry. I am genuinely sorry for how long you have been carrying that. Father, I bring those questions to you right now. Not to answer them, because this person does not need a theology lesson at 11 o'clock at night. They need your arms around them. So hold them while the questions remain. Hold them while the fear still speaks. Hold them tighter than the doubt can grip, and let your presence be its own kind of answer tonight. You have not said no. You have not walked away. You are here, and here is exactly where healing happens. Can I offer you something from Psalm 103? David writes, He forgives all your sins and heals all your diseases. He redeems your life from the pit and crowns you with love and compassion. He satisfies your desires with good things so that your youth is renewed like the eagle's. There is an extravagance in those words that is almost startling. All, not some, not the ones you deserve. All, Lord, let every word of that psalm land tonight as personal truth spoken directly over this person. All their sins, all their diseases, redeemed from the pit, crowned with love. Satisfied with good things, renewed, Lord, renew them. Like the eagle that sheds what is old and rises again, give this person a rising, not just survival, not just getting by, a rising, a renewal so thorough it surprises even them. Begin it tonight, Father. Let them feel the first stirring of it before they fall asleep. So tonight, I'm not going to ask you to stop feeling afraid. That would be dishonest. Instead, I am going to ask you to let the fear exist alongside something else. Hope. Not the bright, confident kind of hope that shouts from a stage. The quiet kind. The kind that says, I do not know how this ends, but I know who holds it. Let that small, sturdy hope sit right next to the fear and see which one is still standing in the morning. Imagine yourself now at the foot of a wooden cross. It is quiet here. No crowd, no noise. Just you and this ancient, rugged timber. And at your feet is every burden you have been carrying. Not just the physical pain, though that is there. The emotional weight, too. The fear, the disappointment, the unanswered questions, the exhaustion of trying so hard for so long. It is all piled at your feet like stones in a sack. And one by one, you begin to set them down. You do not throw them, you place them, gently, at the base of the cross. And with each one you release, your back straightens a little. Your chest opens a little wider. Your breathing comes a little easier. You were not designed to carry all of that. It was never yours to hold forever. And the cross is strong enough to bear what you cannot. Lord, receive every burden this person lays down right now. The ones they can name and the ones they cannot. The ones that are fresh and the ones that are decades old. Take them, Hold them, and in exchange give back something light. Give back rest. Give back breath. Give back the feeling of being a child again, small and unburdened and perfectly safe. Father, let them walk away from that cross tonight feeling lighter than they have felt in months, maybe years. Let the release be real. Let it last. Let me lead you into another moment of rest. Imagine yourself walking slowly along the edge of a quiet river. The water is barely moving. Sunlight catches its surface and turns it into something like liquid glass. The air is clean and cool and smells like green growing things. And walking beside you, close enough that your shoulders almost touch, is the shepherd. He does not say much. He does not need to. His presence says everything. It says, you are not lost. It says, I know where we are going. It says, the valley is behind you now. Just walk with me. That is Psalm 23 in a single moment. He leads beside still waters. He restores the soul. And the word restores there means to bring back to an original state, to return something to what it was always meant to be. Good Shepherd, restore this person's soul. Bring them back to who they were before the pain rewrote them, before the trauma reshaped them, before the anxiety reprogrammed them. Not backward, Lord, but inward, back to the original design. Back to the self you had in mind when you first imagined them into existence. Walk beside them, match their pace. Never hurry them and never leave them behind. And let this walk, this quiet walk beside still waters, continue long after this prayer ends. Father, I pray now for the healing of memories. There are moments this person carries that still have teeth, moments they replay when they cannot sleep, words that were spoken to them that burrowed in and stayed, scenes they wish they could unsee. Lord, you are the God who is present in every moment of time simultaneously. You were there when those things happened, and I ask you to go back, not to change history, but to change its grip. Loosen the hold those memories have. Drain the poison from them. Let this person look back and see, slowly, over time, not just the wound, but your presence in it. The way you caught what would have been even worse. The way you carried them through what should have broken them completely, but did not. Redeem the past by revealing where you were in it. Imagine one of those memories now, not to dwell in it, but to let Jesus enter it. See the scene as you remember it, the room, the voice, the moment. And now see something you did not see before. Jesus was there, standing in the corner, sitting beside you, his face grieved by what was happening, not passive, not indifferent, but grieved. And between you and the source of the pain, his hand was outstretched, absorbing what would have been worse, catching what would have destroyed you, holding back a flood you never even knew was coming. You survived that moment not by accident. You survived it because he was already in it. Lord, I pray that this new seeing would replace the old seeing. Every time that memory surfaces from now on, let it come with Jesus in the frame. Let the sting of it be swallowed by the truth that they were never alone in it. And for the memories that are too painful to revisit tonight, hold those too. This person does not have to open every wound in a single evening. You are patient. You will get to all of it, one layer at a time, at the pace their heart can bear. And while you are moving through those deep places, Lord, touch the anxiety. You know how it works. You know how it spirals. One thought catches another and another, and suddenly the mind is racing, and the chest is tight, and the future looks like a wall. Speak to that spiral tonight, not with force, but with the authority of perfect peace. Jesus, you stood in a boat in the middle of a storm, and you said, "Peace, be still," and the wind obeyed. Speak that same word now over this racing mind. Peace, be still. Let every anxious thought lose its momentum. Let every worst-case scenario dissolve like mist in morning sun. Let this person know, in a way that reaches deeper than logic, that tomorrow is already held. John 14 verse 27 records Jesus saying, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. The world gives peace as a feeling that depends on circumstances. A good day gives peace. A bad day takes it away. But the peace Jesus gives does not depend on the day. It depends on him. Jesus, let that peace, your peace, the unshakable kind, settle over this person now like a blanket being pulled up by loving hands, from their feet to their chest to their chin. Cover them in the kind of peace that does not ask permission from circumstances, the kind of peace that holds steady when the world shakes. Your peace, Lord, not the world's version. Yours, the real and lasting kind that passes all understanding. Guard their heart with it. Guard their mind with it. Let it stand watch over them all through the night. Rest in that for a moment. Just let it hold you. There is nothing to solve right now, nothing to figure out. Just peace settling over you and into you and around you. Now I want to speak to one more area before we move towards sleep. Some of you are not just hurting in your body or your heart. You are hurting in your relationships. There is a distance between you and someone you love that you do not know how to close. A conversation that went wrong and has not been made right. A family that used to be whole and is now fractured. A friendship that was lost. And the pain of relational brokenness is its own kind of wound because it reminds you every day of what used to be and is not anymore. Father, you are the God who reconciles. You took the greatest distance in the universe, the distance between a holy God and broken humanity, and you closed it with a cross. Nothing is too far apart for you to bring back together. So I pray for this person's relationships. Where there is silence, give someone the courage to speak. Where there is bitterness, soften the soil enough for forgiveness to take root. Where restoration is possible, begin it. And where it is not, where the other person has walked away or the damage is too deep for human repair, bring peace. The peace of knowing that you are able to hold all the pieces, even the ones that no longer fit together the way they once did. Imagine for a moment a table, a simple wooden table in a room filled with quiet light. Around that table are the faces of the people you love, even the ones who hurt you, even the ones who are far away. And at the head of the table sits Jesus. He is not mediating, he is not lecturing, he is simply holding space. And in that space, something impossible begins to feel almost possible. Softening, understanding, the faintest beginning of grace. You do not have to make it happen, you just have to let him hold the table. He is very good at gathering broken people into the same room and turning it into something sacred. Lord, whatever needs to happen in those relationships, begin it while this person sleeps. Work in hearts they cannot reach. Soften ground they cannot dig. Open doors they cannot unlock. You are the God of impossible reconciliations, and nothing is beyond the reach of your love. I want to pray now over this person's identity, because pain has a way of rewriting who we believe we are. When you have been hurting for long enough, the pain becomes part of your introduction. You start to see yourself through the lens of your diagnosis, your trauma, your worst season. And slowly, without meaning to, you forget the rest. You forget that you are more than what happened to you, more than what is wrong with you. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17 says, "If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here." Lord, speak that newness over this person tonight. Peel back the labels the world has stuck on them. Peel back the labels they have stuck on themselves, the ones that say broken or damaged or too far gone or not enough. Replace every single one with your word over them. Beloved, chosen, healed, whole, new. Let their last thought before sleep be not the name of their pain, but the name you gave them before the foundation of the world. Whisper it over them now, Lord. Say it until it drowns out every lie that has tried to take its place. Imagine, just for a moment, a mirror, not the kind you dread, a different kind, a mirror that shows you the way God sees you. You step in front of it, expecting to see the tired eyes, the worn face, the body that has been through too much. But that is not what you see. You see someone radiant, someone whole, someone whose scars have been woven into a story that shines. You see the finished version, the version God has been working toward all along. And it takes your breath away because you had forgotten you could look like that. You had forgotten that the pain was never the ending. It was the middle, and the middle always looks worse than the end. We are moving towards sleep now, and I want to walk you there gently. Imagine the room around you growing softer, the edges of everything blurring slightly, the way the world looks when your eyes are half closed and rest is pulling you in. You are warm, you are still. The day is over and it cannot ask anything more of you. Every responsibility, every decision, every effort, it is all done. The only thing left is this, being held. Exodus 15 verse 26 records God saying, I am the Lord who heals you. Not was, not will be. I am. Present tense. Right now, in this very breath you are taking, God is the one who heals. It is not a seasonal activity for him. It is who he is. Lord, I declare that over this person right now. You are the Lord who heals them, tonight, in this room, in this body, in this heart, in this mind. Healing is not something they are waiting for you to start. You have already started. It is already underway. Let them rest in the middle of a miracle that is quietly unfolding even now. Psalm 91 promises that he will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. Close your eyes and let that image become real for a moment. You are small and tired, and the night is large. But over you and around you there is shelter. Not a hard, cold fortress. Something alive, something warm and soft and breathing. Wings that cover you completely, that block out the noise and the fear and the cold. And underneath those wings there is nothing to do, nothing to figure out, nothing to manage, just rest, just warmth. Just the steady heartbeat of the one who will stay awake all night so you do not have to. Father, cover them now. Let those wings be as real to them as the blanket on their bed, closer than the sheets, warmer than the room, safer than any locked door. You are their refuge, Lord, not a building, not a plan. You, your very self, wrapped around them like a shield of feathers and faithfulness. They are hidden in you tonight, and what is hidden in you cannot be touched by fear. He will stay awake. That is not poetry. Psalm 121 says the one who watches over you will neither slumber nor sleep. While your eyes close, his remain open. While your mind finally releases its grip on the day, his attention does not waver. Lord, I thank you that when this person can no longer pray for themselves tonight, you do not stop working. When their thoughts lose shape and their words trail off and sleep finally pulls them under, you are just getting started. Their unconscious hours are your open door. Their surrender is your invitation. And so I pray, Father, for what you will do in the hours between now and morning. Move through this body while it rests. Go to the places that have been inflamed and speak cooling relief over them. Go to the cells that have been misfiring and retrain them with your voice. Go to the nervous system that has been locked in fight or flight for weeks, maybe months, maybe years, and tell it the battle is over. It is safe now. It can stand down. Let the body remember what rest actually feels like, not the shallow, anxious kind of sleep where the mind is still running, but the deep, restorative kind. The kind where muscles fully release. The kind where breathing slows to the rhythm of perfect trust. The kind of sleep a child has in a father's arms, completely unaware of danger because the arms are strong enough to make danger irrelevant. While this body sleeps, Lord, heal what the waking hours could not. There are repairs that can only happen in stillness. There are adjustments that can only be made when the person stops trying to help. This is that moment. They are letting go. So move in now. Move in with the freedom that only comes when someone has finally stopped striving and simply rested in who you are. And heal the heart while they sleep. Some grief is too heavy to process while the eyes are open. Some sorrow is too deep to reach while the mind is active. But in sleep, the defenses come down, the walls thin. And you, the gentlest surgeon in the universe, can reach the places that daylight cannot touch. Go there tonight. Go to the chamber of the heart where the loss still lives. Go to the room they have locked and refused to enter. You have the key to every door inside them, and your hands are safe enough to open what has been sealed shut by pain. Heal their mind while they sleep. Untangle the thoughts that have been knotted for so long they have forgotten where one worry ends and another begins. Bring order to the chaos. Replace the looping anxious thoughts with something steady and true. Let their dreams, if they dream at all, be touched by your peace. No nightmares tonight, Lord. No restless tossing. No waking at 3 in the morning with a racing heart. Just deep, unbroken, healing sleep. The kind that feels like mercy when the morning comes. And prepare them for tomorrow while they sleep. They are worried about it. Some of them are dreading it. The same pain, the same routine, the same uphill climb. But Lord, you are already in tomorrow. You are already standing in the morning they have not yet reached, and you are preparing it, laying out mercies they have not yet seen, arranging strength they have not yet needed, opening doors they do not yet know exist. So let them sleep without fear of what daylight will bring. It is already handled. It is already held. They will have what they need at the moment they need it. Not a minute early because you are building their trust, and not a minute late because you are faithful. Imagine now that it is the middle of the night. The room is perfectly still. The only sound is your breathing, slow and even. And in the darkness, something is happening. You cannot see it, but you can almost feel it. A mending, a reweaving. As though invisible hands are moving through you, putting things back the way they were meant to be. Not roughly, not quickly, with the patience of someone who has all the time in the world and nowhere else they would rather be. This is God's night shift. This is what he does when you finally let him, and he is so good at it. He has been doing this since the beginning of time, restoring things in the dark. Seeds grow in the dark. Bones knit in the dark. New life begins in the dark. And your healing, the deepest kind, is happening right now in the dark of this room, in the quiet of this night, in the stillness of this surrender. So let me speak this over you now, not as a wish, but as a declaration rooted in who God is. You are healed by the wounds of Jesus, not because you earned it, not because you performed well enough, because he chose to carry what was destroying you and he has never put it down. His work on your behalf did not end at the cross. It continues tonight, in this room, in your body, in your heart, in your mind, in your memories, in your future. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not a name on a list somewhere waiting for your turn. You are known specifically and loved without condition and held without interruption. The pain you are carrying is real, but it is not the truest thing about you. The truest thing about you is that you belong to a God who heals, and he is not finished with you. Not even close. Father, seal that truth over them now. Write it so deep that no sleepless night can erase it, and no difficult morning can make them forget it. They are yours. They are loved. They are being healed. And nothing in all of creation can separate them from what you are doing in their life right now. So sleep. Let go of the day. Let go of the questions. Let go of the fear of what morning will bring. Morning is already in his hands. He has been preparing it for you while you were busy worrying about it. And it will have new mercy in it, because his mercies are new every morning. not recycled, not leftover, new, fresh, made specifically for the day ahead. You will have what you need when you need it. That is his promise, and he does not break promises. Imagine now the first light of morning already waiting behind the horizon. It is golden and clean, and it does not know anything about your worst days. It only knows how to rise, and it will rise for you. It will come through your window and land gently on your face, and it will say, without a single word, you made it. A new day, a new mercy, a new chance to see what God will do. But that is for tomorrow. Right now, there is only rest. Your breathing is slower now. Your body is heavier against the bed. The thoughts that were circling an hour ago have drifted to the edges, losing shape, losing urgency. Let them go. They will be there in the morning if you need them, and most of them you will not need. Tonight there is only this, a gentle darkness, a safe silence, a loving presence that will not leave. The great physician is beside you. His hand is still resting where it needs to rest. His warmth is still flowing where it needs to flow. And while you sleep, he will continue, mending, soothing, restoring. One gentle touch at a time through every hour of the night. The room is quiet. Your breathing is slow. His hands are still working. You don't have to do anything now, just rest. That light is coming. It always does. No night, no matter how long or dark or painful, has ever managed to stop the dawn. And your dawn is coming too. The season of pain will not last forever. The healing you have been waiting for is closer than it has ever been. You may not see it yet, but the God who sees everything says it is on its way. Trust him. He has never once been wrong. Good night, dear one. The healer is here. The healer will stay. You are safe in his hands tonight, and every night after this one. Sleep well, sleep deeply, sleep knowing you are loved more than you have ever dared to believe. And may the peace of Christ, the real and lasting kind, carry you all the way through to morning. Rest now. You are held. You are being made whole, and that is enough.